If you were offered a job as a morgue attendant with a high salary, good benefits, and easy work, but it involved working night shifts where occasionally terrifying things might happen, would you dare to take it? This happened in the fall of 2016, when I just graduated from university. I have social anxiety, so I found a job as a morgue attendant, watchman. I worked the night shift every day, and I could even sleep during the latter part of the night. The job was very easy. After the day shift workers left, I would symbolically patrol the compound, but basically nothing ever happened. As for the corpses, I was a little scared at first, but later I gradually became numb to them. After patrolling, I would return to the guard room, close the door, make some tea, listen to the radio, read a book, and then go to sleep. Life went on like this for more than half a year. One day I was on duty when I suddenly heard a strange noise outside. The sound was very odd, like something repeatedly hitting a wall. What could it be in the middle of the night? Listening more carefully, I realized the sound was coming from the morgue behind the courtyard. I didn't think much of it at the time, and I peered out the window. I saw that the morgue door was slightly ajar. Had I forgotten to close it? I was a little confused. Could it really be my mistake? So I put on my jacket, grabbed my flashlight, and went out, intending to close the morgue door. But just as I was about to leave, another loud bang rang out. I looked out the window again and saw a dark figure moving in the courtyard. That's when I finally realized someone had broken in. But who would sneak into a funeral home in the middle of the night? I was instantly nervous, but I couldn't just stay put. So I raised my flashlight and shone it in that direction. What I saw then sent a shockwave through my brain. There really was someone there, and they seemed to have bumped into a morgue table, their path blocked, and they were repeatedly hitting it. When the light hit them, the person's body suddenly froze. Then they turned their head and looked at me. My mind went blank. It was the woman who had been brought in during my shift. I was so scared my legs gave out, and I sat down on the ground, unable to get up. But then I noticed that the sounds outside had stopped. This made me even more anxious, so I cautiously looked out again. What I saw next almost made my heart jump out of my throat. The woman was slowly walking towards the window. I covered my mouth tightly, barely daring to breathe, afraid that the woman would see me and break in. I would be dead for sure. Pause here. Is there someone who instantly makes you feel better just by seeing them? Share how much time passed, but the woman finally stopped banging on the window. From the sound, she was walking in circles in the yard. Throughout the night, there were occasional sounds of things being knocked over in the yard. Thinking back now, I don't know how I got through that night. That night, I huddled against the wall for the entire night, not daring to move. I felt like I had aged several decades. It wasn't until I heard a knock on the door that I felt alive again. However, at first, I thought it was the woman trying to get in, and my heart jumped into my throat. Open the door. It wasn't until I heard a familiar voice outside that my heart calmed down. It was the manager of the bee clinic. By then it was already broad daylight and the sunlight outside was very bright. I quickly told the manager with a trembling voice that the corpse had come back to life. Fortunately, the manager and the others didn't laugh at me. Instead, they kept comforting me. Then everyone started searching in the yard. After all, losing a corpse is no small matter. Luckily, they found the body in a corner of the outer yard not long after. I didn't dare to look. It was said that after being tossed around all night, the corpse's clothes were torn to shreds. No one dared to mention this.